Email star confirms who will replace Rye when Celia begins to doubt his loyalty. Celia has a special fondness for Dylan because he reminds her of Rye. Actress Jay Griffiths revealed that her character Celia Daniels is one of email's most dangerous masterminds. Celia is a cold, calculating criminal who runs the entire operation with ruthless precision. When trouble arises, she takes care of it immediately. Celia is sharp, strategic, and always 10 steps ahead of her opponents. Her son is Ray Walters, Joe Absalom. But that's not the truth. Rye was actually adopted by Celia when he was a child on the streets. She raised him in an environment of drug trafficking and human exploitation. Although Rye has hinted many times that he has a superior, no one expected that person to be his adoptive mother. Celia controls everything from above. Rye is just a middle manager, overseeing the couriers, finding victims for the farm, and carrying out her orders. But he always disappoints Celia. Recently, RY's growing feelings for Laurel Thomas Charlotte Bellamy have made him more distracted and unstable. That forces Celia to find a replacement, and Dylan becomes the third choice. In the following episodes, Celia faces a hard truth. One day she will need someone to replace Rye. She turns her attention to Dylan Pender's Fred Kettle, a quiet, reserved guy, and decides to test his abilities. Jay Griffiths explains Celia's attraction. There is a calmness about Fred that Celia finds attractive. She has a special affection for Dylan and is willing to ignore her intuition that something is wrong. Celia wants to turn Dylan into a new version of Rye, but to do that he must prove himself. Celia orders Dylan to take care of a troubled teenager named Robbie with a baseball bat. Dylan refuses. Instead of getting angry, Celia is pleased. It proves Shay is not the violent type. That is not his nature. Dylan is more suited to the role of manager than henchman. That same week Celia discovers Ted's true identity and Rye disappoints her again. Celia learns that Ted is Bear Wolf, Joshua Richards, father of Paddy Kirk Dominic Brunt. What angers her is not Bear, but the fact that Rye is breaking the rules. Jay explains that they never mess with the locals. The locals have families, they have acquaintances, they will be noticed. But Rye has done the taboo. The series of mistakes has almost made Celia lose patience. Celia is the villain, which means she will not last long in the Dales. But according to Jay Griffiths, Celia has actually paid for all her crimes. Her greatest punishment was loneliness. Despite her power and wealth, Celia had no real life. She owned a luxury apartment but never returned. She had unlimited money but no joy. She manipulated everyone, had no friends, no connections, no peace. Her life was suffocatingly small. A lonely existence for a woman who controlled everything. And perhaps in the end, Celia would lose what she valued most: control.